transparency with which the power agreements were signed. With public information on the contracts are limited, and that is one of the reasons why this study was commissioned, that we had to find some of the challenges, then identify some or prepare some solutions that we will come up with. I'm not sure if you will be able to see this, but because of the color. But from the 32 PPAs, we tried to segregate the challenges that we identified with the 32 PPAs. We had 4 key challenges that we identified. The first one we classified or we named as non-competitive price. That's the first challenge we identified with the PPAs that were signed or that are being signed in the country. So whenever the PPAs are signed by non-competitive direct negotiation in the absence of transparent market price information, it often results in project costs, and that pass through to consumers in the form of high tariffs. So most of the PPAs were signed or are being signed in a manner that it doesn't guarantee, or there's no transparency in the manner in which they are being signed. And as a result, we are burdened with a lot of, we are burdened with higher tariffs that the consumers will have to bear or to carry. For instance, in the case of the Ameri deal, a 250 megawatts combined cycle gas plant approved at the staggering cost of $510 million, and the result is one of the highest electricity price in West Africa we have. The second challenge we identified here is fiscal payments and accumulated debt. You can see the young boy burdened with a lot of debt. That we can say the young boy there is Mother Ghana, burdened with a lot of debt. So we found out that the PPAs that are being signed, the build-up of excess capacity charges guaranteed by the government often lead to enormous fiscal challenges and threaten the viability of the power sector as a whole. So if you take in 2018, excess generation capacity that was contracted under take-or-pay PPAs cost the government of $320 million in capacity charges, estimated to increase to $620 million annually with the addition of new plants in 2019. To highlight the financial burden on the sector or the country, that is, say, 33% of government's 2018 tax revenue, which is equivalent to the cumulative net sector debt of unused supply charges, estimated at $2,748 million, where 30% is payable to private sector. That's the debt situation of our PPAs that are being signed in the country. The fourth one, or the fourth challenge we identified in our study, is the governance concerns. Once the public is not, or the general populace are not made aware of what the government is contracting the country or signing onto, then they begin to speculate. So the public is unaware of the existence of most PPAs signed by ECG, and essential details of the few that are known to exist are not fully disclosed. And I'm sure if we begin to do a head count of how many of us in this room are aware of these 32 PPAs that have been signed, I'm sure we will get our answer. The number of people that are aware of PPAs that have been signed. So in that light, the public is not able to hold electricity providers accountable or trust future government decisions, since they are obstructed from the information needed to understand these agreements. Once you don't understand what the government has signed onto, then you can't hold any of the parties accountable. You can't go to ECG and say, you've signed onto this, why are you not giving us this? Because you don't even know what they signed onto. At the same time, Parliament struggles to progress the PPAs in the chamber for approval, potentially due to fear of disclosure, allowing criticism to prevent an agreement.